Yeah, I can hardly believe this is me, still alive in 2013 at the age of 62. 46, 47 years since I stayed up late in bed at night reading James Bond stories and getting addicted to intelligence, understanding what's going on. And here I am at 2 o'clock in the morning, just realizing this may be my last opportunity to communicate. Well, seeing as I was the biggest activist for cannabis since 1992, when my brother died off, I've been through a most incredible adventure. Better than all the James Bond stories and Robert Ludlum stories and James Clavell stories. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Yeah, what an adventure, because nobody's been writing my script. Nobody's been pulling my strings. I am a completely independent human being who has taken full advantage of independence and also suffered tragically for it, because they ain't nobody to help the good guy when the good guy's down, brought down by false accusations, fed to stupid little people to keep them distracted. Yeah. Anyway, marijuana's gonna be staying around. Some people will be getting the real thing. A lot of crimes will continue. Corruption might not be cleaned up now. You know, that ideal of a society that's actually based on truth and humanity. I'm possibly the last human being that really embraced such a purpose and gave everything for it. I tell you what, you feel big when you're putting your life on the line for other people. Huh. Yeah, you feel big. So you play big and you give it all you got. Yeah. I did a little of everything. Surveillance, counter-surveillance, tax irregularities, acting, directing, editing, cleaning, music, playing, dancing, parties, festivals, relationships. I never really had a normal life. I've always been sympathetic towards people that have a normal life. Sometimes it looks like ignorance is bliss. You can live a life full of ignorance and think you're enjoying yourself because you don't know any alternative. That could be good. But so much pathetic loneliness, frustration, theft, so much drug and alcohol excess that doesn't even provide the relief it's supposed to. Oh well. I would advise you young people, hearing all this good news that seems to be coming about legalization of cannabis, which is going to create a war between the gangs and the police and the users, the victims again, as to who controls the supply, right? So nothing really changed. Fuck it. I would rather be connected to a real thing than something I can get regularly that's dodgy. And ever since 1986, I've found the greatest form of activism is use the marijuana and go into the most interesting situation you can arrange and do the most interesting and worthwhile activity you can inspire yourself to do in these situations, so that one can spend many whole evenings cruising around Oxford, in and out of colleges, social and arts events like the Oxford Union Debating Society on a good spliff was always a lot of fun. Participating in the history of the country. I mean, half of the prime ministers in this country have been head of the Oxford Union Debating Society. This is not the case. This is not the case. Yeah. Anyway, rambling. It's just shocking that I've not managed to tell the story to anyone. No one alive knows very much about my incredible life. But that's the way it was. Set out to have a lot of adventure. Had a lot of adventure. Thought one would get a second lot, like talking out of telling the story and watching it having mammoth effects socially. Yeah, well, my story, properly outed, would bring down not just one government, but the whole concept of government. It would expose the constantly increasing corruption and social control since 1986, when I set out with my brother to legalise cannabis. The opposition at that point in London said, no, we want to increase the cocaine and heroin use in the country and want to continue demonising all drugs using marijuana as the flag. Which means, you can popularise other drugs because the government, the people go, well, they told me marijuana was bad, but it's not. Therefore, heroin isn't bad, cocaine isn't bad, and check it out, it has caught on all over the place since 1986, cocaine and heroin. Yeah, well, I still find the best form of activism is to cruise in the best situation I can. It's 62, homeless, with a dog, one is a bit limited. There's no social milieu in which one would seem a recognisable character. Oh, there's the old man with the dog. Everything's okay. Because there are no reggae pleasure palaces for smoking cannabis and enjoying music and social entertainment together. So I say make them on the street, wherever you can. Be open with your marijuana and your music and your social skills, your party loving activity and your dancing feet and all that, show it off. At the end of the day, when you look back, what a treasure. I have danced my arse off for thousands of hours. I've walked thousands of miles, usually with a guitar or heavy weight on my back. And you don't do it for the collection of snapshots at the end. At the beginning, that was the motivation to get into adventure and capture it on camera. Oh yeah, this adventure's really happening. Look, I'm collecting photographs. But then the adventure goes miles beyond your records show. And then in my case, MI6, the police seized all my videos and photographs of diaries, books in 2009. They set me up, framed me to go into prison with a very dodgy reputation and not come out alive, because they already had it on record that I had attempted suicide one time before. Naughty. That's still not been put right. I'm a bit scared to stick up my face because I've been wiped out 3 times since then. But drug excess has gone too far, man. And this Bristol here, unpleasantly high levels of cocaine and heroin round about me. Oh, and the experimental drugs. A bit too much of that. Not very much genuine marijuana. But a lot of hopeful youth that has seen the example set by me and my dog. What to do in life is enjoy today with a view towards tomorrow. That is, don't litter up the place while you're enjoying it today. Then it will be happy to see you again tomorrow, enjoying it again today. I think that's what I've done. I've done my job. I'm not going to be known nationally or internationally as a character in the drugs war. I have been more a Merlin character. We appeared in a few scenes, but did millions of undercover jobs that inspired others to carry on in the same fashion. It must be exciting being an honest activist in your 30s or 40s nowadays, because even in the 1980s you were scared of getting killed at any time for telling the truth about marijuana. I will say more if I feel like it. I know. What a life. Thank God for the marijuana, and for this dog, and for this computer and that phone. And somebody's got to clean up all that corruption. I'll be willing to name names if I can find a friendly person to act as a witness that I have made my deposition. You know, somebody like on Facebook, you know, Big Jim or something like that. If somebody would witness my story, you know, I'd like to name the officers involved in all that. Bit of dredging involved in getting it out, but I'd be so excited to have a witness that is going to tell a story whatever happens to me, because as soon as I stick my head up it's going to get shot at. I am the cannabis activist. I am telling you. No idea how much I have suffered for cannabis, but then again, what enlightenments and ecstasies I have acquired along the way is what has given me the strength to keep going. Goddamn tobacco. Let's get on it. Pure weed, grow in sunlight. It's natural. What I